Welcome to Week 2 of the Shuckle Premier League Season 4. This week we take on a newcomer to SPL, and the first time I am facing my opponent, an Iron Boffin. I've enjoyed his content for a long time, and he has been a great person to interact with, and I'm excited for this game. This team consists of Primordial See or No Guard Zapdos, Sword of Ruin or Beast Boost Garchomp, Regenerator or Drizzle Swampert, Magic Guard or Surge Surfer Cobalion, Pixelate or Desolate Land Entei, Rocky Payload or Grassy Surge Ogerpon Cornerstone, Prankster or Fluffy Galarian Weezing, Swift Swim or Adaptability Crawdaunt, Psychic Surge or Tinted Lens Espeon, and Hadron Engine or Levitate Rotom. His speed tier is capped out at 110 base speed on this team, so this week I figured a max speed Pixelate Screamtail could cause problems to the team. I have maximum speed and special attack to maximize my damage output, Psychic Noise to hit a Galarian Weezing that is annoying against my physical attackers, Wish or Longevity for this mon and my teammates, and Calm Mind to boost the damage output to 2KO Cobalion. The speed tie is fast as non-Scarf Pokemon, as well as provide answers to Desolate Land Entei. We have Primordial Sea, Swords Dance, Ogerpon Wellspring, with maximum attack and speed to try to sweep. The Galarian Weezing can use Prankster Will-O-Wisp to burn me, but a Swords Dance boosted Ivy Cudgel into a Facade defeats the Weezing. Stomping Tantrum gives me the hardest hitting move to hit Desolate Land Entei, in case that is this response by Ogerpon. With some setup on the team, I wanted screens to make the task easier, so I have Light Clay, Dual Screens Regieleki with speed to outpace his entire team, even with one speed boost. I have max HP to try to live as many hits as possible, ideally getting at both the Light Screen and Reflect before going for Refrigerate Explosion to gain momentum. Rapid Spin is there in case of Spikes Garchomp or Toxic Spikes Galarian Weezing. AV Flip Turn Regenerator Swampert is great in this game to shut down my Goldengo, so I'm going to try to take advantage of this. The next member I have is a Weakness Policy Steam Engine Incineroar. That will get a +6 boost in speed and raise its attack stats after a flip turn. I also get a boost against Will-O-Wisp from Weezing or a fire move from Entei. Power Trip gives me insane damage output, Earthquake hits Entei harder, and Overheat lets me get past a fluffy or very physically defensive Weezing. With my team having a large Earthquake weakness, especially facing Swampert and Garchomp, my Choice Scarf mod is Goldengo with enough speed to outpace his non-boosted team and enough bulk to live a Life Orb Fire Fang from Sword of Ruin Garchomp. Memento gives me another opportunity to go for a sweep with other members of my team. This mon has potential to late game sweep, but has to get rid of the Swampert first. A Pokemon that can weaken a Swampert is my Technician, Loaded Dice Mammothine with Trailblaze, boosting my speed and hitting Swampert for large damage. Ice Shard gives me chip damage into a Scale Shot Garchomp, and Side Skull Spear and Earthquake get the entire team for at least neutral damage. And that is my team for Week 2 of the Shuckle Premier League. Let me know what you think of the team in the comments below, and let's get to the game. Alright, I caught myself just in time before the recording started, but what's up guys, Shuckle King here. With Week 2 of SPL, we are facing off against Iron Boffin. That is a great image there. Now let me write down his team. Okay, so he has the Ogerpon, which is Rocky Payload or Grassy Surge. He could be Spikes here. My game plan is to just get screens up with the Regieleki and go in. Is there any particular mon that looks really good here? Swampert is probably Assault Vest to take on my Goldengo. I put on Air Balloon on my Screamtail to try to avoid Earthquake from Garchomp, so that seems pretty good. The Weezing is going to be very annoying because it's Fluffier Prankster, so it can either be super bulky or take on, or like be super fast and go for a fast Will-O-Wisp against my physical attackers. I think we're fine going for a Reflect turn 1. I mean, if this sets up a Swords Dance, I could just explode. So we'll just Reflect here. I guaranteed outspeed. He can't be Choice Scarfed or anything. Still could do easily over half. And that is easily over half. That is crazy damage. 221. That is a lot. Does he have... He has Toxic Spikes Weezing. So I don't know if I want to sack this off yet. What is my Pokemon that switches in? I guess it would be Goldengo. I can also explode and get rid of this. Or do I want to get up a light screen? Now, his team has Cobalion with Special Presence, That's definitely very good. But I think I'm good with going for Explosion here. Okay. We take this out, and we got a Reflect. That'll low-code the Ogerpon. Great. Okay. One last thing to worry about. I don't think the Ogerpon was the most threatening Pokemon, but it's still very good. And I'll have Reflect up for a lot of the game, so I'm fine with that exchange. Now, Weezing can come out here. Cobalion seems pretty fine. Yeah, Weezing's the annoying Pokemon, but I have my Kevin to take it on fine. Mamoswine seems fine here. Yeah, let's do that. I have a Reflect up. I should be able to take a decent amount of hits. Swampert come out as like a generally fine pivot. Cobalion comes out. Okay. Cobalion. To Mamoswine. I feel like you should be worried about an Earthquake. That might not kill, to be fair. Steel Beam. How much is that going to do into Incineroar? A pretty decent hit. Or I go into Goldingo. And I also take a lot, but I probably live 2 hits. Yeah, we'll stay in an Earthquake. Okay. He wasn't worried about a Scarf Mamoswine. And I don't think I killed anyway. So yeah, this is going to go down. I think that's fine. We can go into you. And I guess Entei would be a switch in. But I can Swords Dance. Yeah. That seems fine. Yeah, we can Swords Dance here. Click that. Swords Dance. Now, Weezing is a very good switch in. It can go for a priority Will-O-Wisp on me, but I do have Facade, which is not going to be hitting the Cobalion the hardest, to be fair. But we will get a Swords Dance boost up. If the Weezing comes out, then I could go into my Incineroar on the Will-O-Wisp. It could easily be Haze on the Weezing, though. And that would be a little bit unfortunate. So I'd have to decide if I'm going to just stay in and break a lot with the Weezing or let the Ogerpon go down. Okay, get a Swords Dance up. Now, 1, he could miss Will-O-Wisp, but 2, if he goes for Will-O-Wisp, then then you look really good. If you don't go for Will-O-Wisp here, you could also go for Destiny Bond. Yeah, we're going to go into Incineroar. That's, like, generally fine. Alright, Kevin, let's see what you can do. Destiny Bond, okay. Now, I can Swords Dance here. I think Overheat is fine. What does he switch into this? Entei? Cobalion? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to just go for the Overheat. I'm going to be slower. He is going to switch out. I do absolutely nothing. Because that is probably Assault Vest Swampert, which makes sense. So AV Swampert, D-Bond, no Willow, Weezing. What comes out here? Cobalion, okay. Unfortunately, I don't have Focus Blast on this. But I think I'm fine going for Shadow Ball. Maybe he predicted my my Scream Tail? Nice, that's like a clean 60%. And now he knows I'm Choice Scarf, though. He also knows I'm Earth Eater. So Swampert. He also knows I'm not Intimidate on my Incineroar, so that is some information for him to get. Yeah, that's like probably no bulk on the Cobalion. That makes a lot of sense. Let's see. Very aggressive game plan this week. As I said, there's not many switch-ins on this team with the construction that I made, but that's okay. I want to go out all out offense and see if I could make it work with Screen's Regieleki. Now that Ogerpon was very scary, so getting rid of it is also not that bad. There are so many scary mons, as I'm gonna say, throughout this SPL season, but he's at least debating a switch in here. Garchomp, Sword of Ruin, okay, makes sense. My Reflect goes off, so, Goldengo to Garchomp. Almost any ability. I mean, I think Fire Fang kills. Let's see, a Fire Fang. My Shadow Ball is maybe to a KOing. His Fire Fang might not to a KO. I don't have a Choice Scarf user outside of Goldengo on this team. So if he goes for Scale Shot into like Iron Head, that's like pretty problematic. So I think I go into my Scream Tail, predicting a Scale Shot to come out. I did put Air Balloon on this, so. Crunch. Okay. That's a good coverage move. I forgot to update this with Air Balloon, but that is probably better for me. Let's see. So the Scream Tail. Crunch. That's a lot of damage, right? Sword of Ruin. Crunch. Oh, I don't have a Reflect up. That's why I'm thinking it did a lot more damage. So maybe that's Choice Scarf. Garchomp. That's good info to have. I think I can Wish here. Let's see, does the Weezing come out? Does that Crunch kill my Goldengo? That's gonna kill my Goldengo. So that's good info to have. Now he can't do a whole lot to me. I mean, the Weezing can come in. Do I go for, like, Calm Mind? But then Entei comes out. And then my Boom Burst might to a KO. What else do I have? I think an Earthquake or a Flip Turn comes out. So if a Flip Turn comes out, Kevin is very nice. So yeah, let's do that. Oh, Calm Mind is not that bad here, though. If I get up to, let's see, versus Cobalt, I got 10 seconds. Let's go into Incineroar and try to get our weakness policy Steam Engine procced. Goes for knockoff. Okay, unfortunate. And I think he knows I'm trying to go for the Steam Engine. But that's okay. We will go into you on the Earthquake. I'm trying to go for the big plays here, Incineroar. You're failing me. But Boffin is very prepared for it, so that is also good on his behalf. All right. Let's get a little bit of recovery from our Goldengo so we can live a crunch in the future. Okay, perfect. Now I do live a crunch from the Garchomp. So now it can't really, like, I to a KO. So that is fine. I think I go back into you on the flip turn. Are we going to do it? You're also, like, generally pretty free, right? Like, I'm not worried about Weezing going for... I'm worried about Weezing going for a Destiny Bond, because, like, it can always just beat me with Destiny Bond. Because it can just, like, be slower than me, and it's always going to be a 1-for-1. So that is kind of tough. Let's go back into Incineroar on a flip turn. Let's see it. Yeah, I knew this Weezing was going to be so annoying, and, like, I feel like I have to try to take that out. Knockoff? Nah. Okay. I can go into Ogerpon here. That's fine. I'm trying to play a little too cute, but that's okay. Alright. I do have, like, no switch into this. I could just go for... an Ivy Cudgel. That's fine. Swampert. Almost any ability. Yeah, I'm doing so much damage. I'm doing like 90%. Earthquake comes out. It's not going to do much. That is actually a pretty good hit. That's like 90 damage. No, that's like 80 damage. And that's about what it should be doing. We're going to go for an Ivy Cudgel. Now, if Entei comes out, that feels pretty bad. But I do have the Incineroar, which I will get that Steam Engine boost. Come on, you want to give it to me. It's been Earthquake, Knockoff, Earthquake, Knockoff, Swampert. Yeah, the Destiny Bond Weezing's just annoying because it can go for Destiny Bond priority, and then if I, like, kill it, then I also double down with my Ogerpon, and then if I, like, go for a knock, like a Stomping Tantrum or whatever move to not kill it, like, the Destiny Bond's still going to be active. Well, this down is definitely nice. That just fired off pretty strong moves. So my Screamtail definitely looks better. Maybe predicting... I don't even know what you predict there. I guess a Swords Dance was generally fine. I was not worried about Entei coming there. And Entei, I also don't know if it's going to be negating my weather or if it's going to be priority with Pixelate. I'm guessing the priority with Pixelate. Because I feel like, I mean, I have Stomping Tantrum or something to hit it, but like it's not going to be killing, and you're going to be able to like kill me in return with any fire move. Because the rain's gonna be negated with Desolate Land, so... And I don't have a switch into... Oh, I have Incineroar. So, yeah, I guess that's the question mark there. He does have Stone Edge as a general option. Sir Weezing, okay. Now, I'm at 229. I do live a Banded Extreme Speed from Entei. So that is good information to have. I think we go into... Incineroar? Or do I Swords Dance? If you get a Toxic Spike up, is that annoying? Yes, it is. I could go for an Ivy Cudgel here. My Incineroar is basically fodder, right? So, let's try to get that to work. If you go for a Will-O-Wisp. And maybe you went for the Destiny Bond initially just to, like, make sure Will-O-Wisp didn't miss. Or, like, you'd be in a bad position there. That's a possibility. But if you get a T-Spike up, it's going to be pretty bad. I guess I could maybe switch in ones to a Weezing. Oh, Pain Split. That's not bad. Oh, it doesn't even affect me. That's right. If I had Knockoff, that would be great here. I showed Overheat. Swampert's a pretty good switch in. You could go for a Toxic Spike. You could go for a Sludge Bomb, I guess. But I showed Overheat, so like you know it's going to be doing a lot of damage. So I think Swampert's a pretty good switch in here. So I think we go back into you. Okay. And you also know that you're faster. Garchomp comes out. Yeah, I mean, a knockoff would have been great there, but I definitely would have clicked it if I had it. But we got Ogerpon in here against a Garchomp. Sort of Ruin, Choice Scarf, probably Jolly. Let's say Dragon Claw is probably not killing. My Ivy Cudgel probably doesn't kill either. Dragon Claw is a pretty risky move to click, though. Iron Head is also fine. Crunch against my Screamtail does pretty decent damage. I think we stay in and Ivy Cudgel. Oh, we're even faster. It's not Scarfed. Oh, that means this is doing a lot of damage. Oh, no, that's just bad. That is a problem. Is it? Yeah. I mean, that means Screamtail is fine. Yeah, Screamtail is fine. Yeah, that Wheezing is gonna, that Wheezing's so annoying with Destiny Bond. I honestly might have to outplay Destiny Bond PP to win this game. I think we go and sack Kevin off. I think a general game plan of winning this game is going to be mementoing with my Goldengo and getting Calm Mind. I mean, Extreme Speed is going to kill my Ogerpon is the problem. Crunch, yeah, that's a fair play. Earthquake's also doing a lot from the Garchomp here. All right. Yeah, we have to go Screamtail, and we'll go for Boom Burst. Boom Burst. Iron Head. Yep, it's going to do a lot. It shouldn't... Oh, it kills. Iron Head. That shouldn't have killed, but I think we lose this game now. Oh, we have you. We could have gone into you. That was probably a bad play. I always forget. I mean, I live a Crunch. And I didn't want to get weakened. Yeah, we definitely should have gone into you. Well, Shadow Ball lives. I'll live this Crunch. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely I should have prioritized health in the Screamtail. That was my way of trying to win this game. Now, Wheezing was very annoying still. But I think I had a shot for sure. If I got a Calm Mind boost, Entei was definitely threatened. So yeah, we're gonna lose this game to Iron Boffin. I had a very offensive team, so I'm okay with the game plan there. He's gonna just knock off. All right, come on, Incineroar, let's do something. We can get a Swords Dance boost. How much is that doing to Swampert? I have +2 attack, power trip 2 KOs, but I get a O-code, or not O-code, but I take a lot of damage from Earthquake in return, so that's not a winning position there. But yeah, no, Boff's got it. Good game to him. Wanted to try out some fun sets. We'll bounce back next week, but let's see. Let's try to make the plays. Come on. Flip turn. Yes. Okay. Well, I think there we go. I appreciate it, Boff. Now, Entei probably comes out and kills me anyway. Let's see it. Entei. Yeah, Entei's gonna kill me. But that was my one chance to maybe win this game. Extreme speed, pixelate. Oh, you don't do a lot to me. Entei. It is pixelate. Now we go for an earthquake. Right? Yeah, we just go for earthquake. Nice. Okay. That does nothing. What the? Why did that do nothing? Oh, crap. I should have gone for power trip. Oh, no, I had +2 in my calc. That wasn't going to kill anyway. Okay, well, good game. Good game, Buff. That was funny. Yeah, I forgot. I didn't have the weakness policy, so I was going to do no damage. Even though I am max attack. Good game. You got me so hyped for no reason. That's funny, but... Good game, Tire Buff. We're going to be 1-1. We'll be fine. Let's see. Shadow Ball. Do we Memento out of this game? No, I guess we got to go for Diff. Swampert's going to come in and do... We're going to do like 20%. Maybe we get a crit Spadef drop into another crit? That might... Maybe that does it? That might do it. Crit Spadef drop. Let's get it. That is not a crit. That is not a Spadef drop. All right. Good game, the Buff. Check out his channel link down below. We are 1-1 now for the SPL, but we will bounce back next week. He had a good game plan. So yeah, good game. And until next time, later, guys. Sorry, TJ. I had to do you like that. There goes my choice scarf. All right, there we go. All right, later, guys.